you may have an opportunity to ask him about it.
There's been something going on in Tikrit for the last 3 or 4 days. We haven't had a chance to ask you about it. I wonder what the administration believes is at stake there and what it believes the coalition and this government that's leading it is hoping to see and what the stakes are involved there.
Well, Major, this is an operation that the United States has been aware of for some time. The United States was aware of the planning for this operation and was obviously aware when it was begun. This is an operation that is led by Iraqi security forces. The good news is that this operation includes a multi-sectarian force. And this is consistent with the language and the ambition that has been expressed by Prime Minister Abadi. You'll recall that the United States last year, under Mr. Abadi's predecessor, expressed deep concerns about the political leadership in Iraq and whether or not that political leadership could succeed in uniting that diverse country to confront the threat that is posed by ISIL. So what is critically important in the minds of the United States and many of our coalition partners is that Iraq's central government continue to focus on this priority. It is critical to their success, both in governing the country, but also in actually carrying out military operations against ISIL. So that is why we are gratified that there aren't just Iraqi security forces involved, but there are also fighters associated with local Sunni tribes who are engaged in this effort. We've also seen positive statements from Sunni leaders, including the governor of Salahuddin province, where Tikrit is located. We've also seen a statement from the spokesperson of the Sunni Tribal Council of Salahuddin articulate their support for this operation. It is important, and Prime Minister Abadi himself has indicated this even in the context of a speech that he gave to Parliament, that this operation should not be used as an excuse or as cover for individuals taking sectarian motivated retribution. That would tear at the fabric of the country and weaken the ability of the Iraqis to confront this threat to their country. So we're mindful of that. The other thing that we're mindful of is that Iranian forces are also involved. We have said from the beginning that the United States will not coordinate militarily with the Iranians. But the fact that some Iranian military personnel are involved doesn't change the priority that the Iraqis can and should place on this operation to ensure that it's inclusive and multi-sectarian. The last piece on this is I do anticipate that the Vice President, as he often does, will have a conversation with Prime Minister Abadi today via telephone to talk about a wide range of issues, not just this situation, although I wouldn't be surprised if this situation came up. But obviously, the Vice President has deep ties to a wide range of political leaders in Iraq, including Prime Minister Abadi. They speak on the telephone every several weeks, and I know they're planning to do that later today.
Fair to say this is a dress rehearsal for Mosul?
Well, it's hard to say. It is a dress rehearsal in that we would anticipate that any operation in Mosul would be led by Iraqi forces, would be commenced at a time and place of the choosing of Iraq's military leaders and their political leaders. And we would expect that any sort of operation on Mosul would also be multi-sectarian, that it would reflect the diversity of that country. And, if necessary, include the backing of our broader coalition, including military air power. I mean, the thing that I will clarify here is that U.S. Or coalition airstrikes are not taking place in support of the Tikrit operation. This is something the Department of Defense has said. I do think we would envision a scenario where an operation against Mosul would certainly have the possibility of being backed by coalition airstrikes.
Real quickly on Hillary, you've